But yeah, no. Okay, so run through what we watched this week. Raw,
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
You didn't see Dynamite.
No.
Okay. And Collision and Rampage, we both didn't catch.
Correct.
Okay. But we both watched Survivor Series, so that's easy because that's going to be the only main thing we're going to talk about today because that's the really most important show of the week, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was also, I don't know. I think it was needed to be in reverse.
Need to be in reverse?
Yeah. It needed to. It was done in the wrong order. It was like as if one of us booked it. So
I'm not sure I agree with that.
We can just go right into it if you want to.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm assuming.
Totally.
Recording.
Absolutely. As soon as I started running through what we did and didn't see this week.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So. I thought so.
Interested to hear your ethos or your theory here.
Okay. I think it was a good show. Like, I have no knocks against the show itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think it needed the opener to be the closer and the closer to be the opener.
I'm going to hard disagree there. The men's War Game match had more storyline involved, bigger names, bigger draws, and more consequences for their upcoming shows than the opener did.
I do agree with that, but just a overall experience, the opener was better than the closer.
No, it was not. No, it was not at all. No, dude. That match was so... Like, the women's War Games match was so slow until everybody got into the ring. Nothing was happening for, like, the first half of that. Particularly when Nia had the steel chair and was just doing the weakest chair swings. It, like, honestly, the thing didn't take off until Io Sky climbed to the top of the cage with the trash can.
So, for me, I had a great time. Pretty much from the offset with this match. I enjoyed having Nia out there first. It was good to see her be dominating in the beginning. But Bayley wasn't overshadowed. I will admit, though, this did not end the way I thought it was gonna. Mainly because of how I feel like or at least I thought I had logged in to Triple H's brain and how he books things. Because I always feel like the underdogs are the ones that are going to win. And the bad guys were the underdog, technically, for this match. But I enjoyed how it ramped up. Other than Nia and Bayley, every woman that entered into that ring brought in at least 2 weapons. At least 2. I think Bianca had the most with like 4 or 5.
Yeah, like this match really did a lot to protect Nia and Raquel Rodriguez, primarily, trying to show them as being as powerful as possible. Main highlights for me was obviously, Tiffany Stratton and Io doing stereo dives from the top. Io with the moonsault and the trash can. Tiffany with doing the swanton bomb. Fantastic. Another highlight was Io going crazy with the fire extinguisher to mask Raquel getting handcuffed to the rope. Fantastic.
One thing to say about that before you move on.
Yeah.
I love that instead of like her really actually like attacking anybody with it, it just came across like she's having fun and just having a good time until you actually realize that Raquel has been handcuffed.
Yeah.
That this was actually a ploy. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I looked over at Christina and I was like, she's just having a good time. Like look at her. She's just having fun. She doesn't want to attack nobody. And then immediately we see the handcuffs. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
No, Io Sky is the MVP of every War Games match she's ever in, easily. But like, there were too many downsides in this match for me. I mean, number one, weak chair shots. Number two, the toilet seat being completely useless until Bianca smashed it apart. Because like it just feels like a useless weapon in my opinion.
It's more for humiliation than a weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Number three, this is not egregious, but I just would have preferred a different finish. While I really liked Rhea doing the Riptide to Liv through the table for the win, personally, I think Io should have gotten the win here on Liv because she is the number one contender for Liv's belt.
I agree with this. Yes.
Yeah. And another thing that really bothered me, and I'm going to hammer on this every time it comes up, but another useless tease of Tiffany Stratton cashing in her Money in the Bank contract. Because, like, what was this? That it served zero purpose here.
Well, especially with the fact that the match would continue. Like, the match wouldn't be over. The belt would just switch hands mid-match. I was confused by it. When she was digging through the garbage, I was like, what is happening? And then she pulled out the briefcase and I was like, oh, wait a second. Are we going to get a weird, like, team fall apart because she cashed in moment? Because I was actually down for that. It would have been crazy. It would have been awkward, but it would have been fucking memorable.
Yeah, like, I'm just tired of them doing the tease and nothing coming from it. Because, like, Nia, why are you keeping her around? Honestly, why is she still, like, your lackey? Why are you pretending to be her friend? And Tiffany, same to you. Why not? Are you just not cashing in? Why are you not just taking the opportunity when it's presented to you?
Yeah, I agree with you. Because I'm not going to lie to you, and this just shoehorns right in with your point. Because this is my one major gripe with the match is when Nia got back up to grab the table, she saw the briefcase sitting there.
Yeah.
Why didn't she get pissed off?
Right.
She should have turned around immediately in that moment and either like just hit Tiffy with the table or started getting in her face and you watch the team crumble. That would have made more sense to me. That was one of my bigger gripes with this match overall.
Yeah. But this is why I'm fine with it being the opener and not the closer. Compared to how you feel, just because like there was too much of it that was too convoluted, a little bit all over the place. There wasn't enough clarity, and it was a little bit sloppy in the beginning.
It was a little bit. I think both matches were a little sloppy in the beginning. For both of them, of the major ones, the opener and the closer. The main reason why I feel like this one needs to be the closer or should have been is I had more fun with this one. And I love the men's match. Like, I'm not going to be sitting here just like crazy griping on the men's match or nothing like that. I just had more fun with this one. There was a lot more weapons. It was a lot more chaos. I love chaos. So it kind of just, it kind of fit for me. Okay. And I'm glad it was at least the opener, because if this was like one of the mid cards, I would have been real annoyed because what we had in the mid card was perfectly put in the mid card.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I mean, immediately following this, we had Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight. I was wondering like why they put this on the card until the finish, and it made perfect sense. And it makes me like there's a specific part of my heart that feels joy with this result, with Shinsuke Nakamura being the new US champ, because like they made it work. Like, he came back, he was intimidating as fuck, he had a presence about him immediately, and they didn't waste any time getting to this. Like, finally we're getting like something done with Shinsuke Nakamura. He's been off TV for most of the year. He comes back and he's making waves, you know?
One of my favorite things about him is he's not wasting time like he used to.
No.
I feel like he's very blunt now in his wrestling, and I'm very much for that. especially for any of you that saw SmackDown with how that went down with LA Knight.
Yeah.
After Shinsuke's match, he comes running in and he got Venom sprayed in his face. And let me tell you, man, both of them played that fucking spot perfectly. Shinsuke's little
after the fact when
I was
cut to LA Knight backstage and he's still like covered in it. He's like, I need to shower or something.
Oh right. Man, that like that whole bit, those two did it beautifully. That was actually the highlight of SmackDown for me, and I was glad that we got to have, because SmackDown was pre-recorded. We've talked about this. The last couple were pre-recorded, but you have a very strong Shinsuke who has shown he can overcome LA Knight without having to hit him. Leads perfectly into this match. This was a beautiful match from beginning to end. Both LA Knight and Shinsuke played this really well, because Shinsuke's always been like a strong type wrestler, the strong style. But
yeah, King of Strong Style is literally his nickname.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's yeah.
And this match was no exception. He looked great. He looked fucking great. And not only that, like the moment he won was like the first time he showed like any real like emotion or anything, because he's been stone fucking cold since he came back.
Dude, and that closing shot of him with the belt in the ring, fantastic. I do want to say that like I would have liked LA Knight to have like a longer title reign. Don't get me wrong. It's great that he got to hold the belt, but I think this is a good reason to free him up, move him onto the main event scene now.
Well, okay, so if they don't, let's say they decide not to, right? This would be a great continuing rivalry for LA Knight to have to rise back up and take on Shinsuke again to take the belt back.
Yeah.
I would prefer them to move him up to take on a new belt now. But if they don't, I can see at least a rivalry coming out of this that would work really well long term. It was a great match, though. Honestly, I think both of them, even despite the venom that was sprayed, LA Knight still showed how powerful he can be, despite with a handicap,
and just how over he is with the crowd.
Oh yeah. Well, and it was crazy too, because at one point you could hear the crowd they couldn't decide who they wanted to cheer for. They cheered for LA Knight, and then all of a sudden it switched over to Shinsuke, and then it went back to LA Knight. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. And LA Knight is the face of this match. He's not the heel.
And realistically, I know it's Canada and they like to say it's Bizarro World and stuff like that, but that was like a running theme throughout the night with lots of dueling chants for all of the matches.
Yep. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Super fun, though. Super fun. I got to give credit to the Canadian crowd, because whether or not like they were behind, whoever was going to win in any match, didn't matter. They were up for everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think despite LA Knight's loss, I think he has given a lot of weight back to this belt, where I think it wasn't there with Logan Paul.
God, no.
I think the weight of this belt and how much it actually means for the division had came back under LA Knight. Like, its reputation was earned back. And I think Shinsuke is a perfect title holder for this, because he's very domineering. He's very smart. So, like, if you're going to go up against the Samurai, like, you better have some brains on you.
Dude, how cool was his entrance?
Dude, I got fucking goosebumps.
It was stone cold cool. Like,
oh man,
aura. That's the definition of it right there.
It brought me back to like late 80s, early 90s wrestling, like Undertaker level type shit.
Dude, it was like anime Fist of the North Star type of shit. Like some fucking Trigun action, some...
Yeah, dude, yeah. Oh, man. And the makeup he has for this match, too, was amazing.
My girlfriend immediately looked at it and was like, is he bleeding from the mouth? I'm like, no, that's just makeup and a mouth guard. Makeup and a mouth guard. He's not bleeding right now.
He's not right now. Give it a little bit.
Evil.
And that's what's so amazing to me is like he's very clearly a bad guy coming back. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's gonna take everybody out. He's got very Sephiroth kind of vibes to me. And yet everybody's cheering, and I'm like, what is happening?
It's because he's so cool. That's what it is.
Well, no, and I'm not mad about it. I was just confused because, like, me and you have been saying for a while, where the fuck is Shinsuke Nakamura?
Yeah.
We need him back. We need him strapped the fuck up. And I swear to God, it's like someone listened to us, man. Because not only did he come back, but in a short amount of time, he did exactly what Braun Breaker did. He came in and he fucking strapped himself up. Dude, so,
speaking of...
Hell yeah.
Like momentum, Braun Breaker, that international championship triple threat. I have all the time in the world for matches like this. This, like Sheamus, he promised a banger, like he always does. That's what fucking delivered, man. Him, Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser, God, all three of them together, just magic.
This fucking slapped,
dude. A couple of like key highlight moments personally for me. Number one, Braun Breaker coming from off screen with a spear in air to Ludwig Kaiser's fucking head. Majestic. Sheamus appearing slowly from behind Ludwig Kaiser in the crowd. Magic. And then immediately switching to Braun Breaker after doing the 10 beats of the Baldrum. Beautiful. Oh, man. The only downside is obviously like Sheamus still no IC title to his resume. Still going to draw this out longer. Unfortunately, Braun Breaker's the champ, and he's a damn good champ.
Yeah, so this match, audience, went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Everybody fucking came out just swinging. There was some big old fucking danglers fucking waving in the air for this match, man.
Yeah.
I was surprised, too, because, like, I didn't think Sheamus was going to be able to do as much as he was able to do in this match. He put on quite the fucking show, and the man could barely bend his knees.
Dude, never doubt
like,
the Celtic Warrior. Like, did you see the social media posts after this of him showing off his battle scars from this one?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, anytime the dude's on a PLE or pay-per-view, man, he's like, okay, I'll get you the photos afterwards of what I did to my body for this.
God. And Ludwig, too, he took a fucking hammering. They gave it out, though, still, but it was more... This was more of a Braun showing off kind of moment for me. He had two extreme competitors who, unfortunately for them, could not get over the beef they had with each other.
Yeah. Or over the top rope Frankensteiner that he busts out of nowhere.
Fucking God. I was leading up to that. God, this was such a fucking good match. And Ludwig fucking over. Sheamus was great.
Oh, the timing,
great storytelling.
The timing on that was perfection. Loved it. Dude, this is one of WWE's success stories right now. Because they've been doing this like, since Triple H took over. Like, they've been grabbing like key people to say, keep an eye on these people. They're going to be big stars. And like a year after the fact, we are seeing the results of this. I mean,
yeah, I agree. Okay, so I was worried that they were sleeping on Ludwig for real, especially when he was underneath
Gunther
more primarily, because he still is, but it's less of a shadow thing now. I like that he's getting to shine, and he looks dominant in the fucking ring, man. Like, I want to see this guy strapped up real bad.
He has the perfect smug/disgusted face during his entrance. He's got that nailed down. He's got the body language like to a key, like just perfection. Like the dude knows exactly what he's doing, and it pays off in dividends. It just does. It's so good.
It's like how you would expect a prince to look at peasants as he is going through the thoroughfare of the main street. You know, like it's great, and I feel like we need to see him rise in this moment because I'm not going to lie to you. Despite the fact that Braun obviously looked the best in this match to me, Ludwig was second, and a very close second.
Yeah, like all three of these guys, fantastic. Like there was not a moment in this match I was not engaged with. You know?
Oh yeah. It's kind of crazy because this was like a perfect like mid-card match to kind of ease you into everything else that was about to happen.
Yeah.
Like it kind of like does like a wave, but it's very shallow dips, which I really enjoyed. Because the onslaught and craziness of the very first opener led into a more organized match, which led into just this onslaught again, but yet organized.
Yeah.
And having someone like Braun with that belt just makes sense still to me.
Dude, like that's the only thing I can say about Braun holding on to that title is it keeps him from going from the top titles. Like as long as he's got the IC championship, it's just keeping him away from Cody. Really, like it's keeping him from Cody and it's keeping him from Gunther. That's the only reason he still has that title.
Yeah. So this is a little bit of headcanon for me.
Yeah.
A little theory crafting. I think he's going to lose this title again.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of going for it back again, he's going to go after the heavyweight belt.
Here's what I would like to see when he drops it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's two options after that for, just jet setting him straight for the main event scene and going for the top titles. The Rumble being obvious one that's, available to him. Downside of the Rumble is, there's 29 other dudes in there and, everybody's got to have their moment to shine, and they like to use that to set up some couple of storylines for the future. And unfortunately, there's too many top guys in the company right now for that to be a moment to say, okay, this is the crowning moment for Braun Breaker, and we're going to, push it, fast track this to WrestleMania. I don't like that for Braun. I would prefer Braun get the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my theory crafting. It's the same deal. He'll drop the title, probably to LA Knight or something. And he will go after the Money in the Bank to get his shot at the World Heavyweight belt, and he is not going to waste any fucking time because the man is not patient.
No.
Let's just be real. He is not patient. So
he has two speeds, 0 and 100 miles per hour. That's it.
Yep, 0 and Sonic.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he is the human form of a motherfucking hedgehog from the Sonic universe. That motherfucker is so fast.
With 100 rings and 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Seriously. He's like one step shy always of going Super Saiyan. Seriously.
He's just missing the hair.
Nappa.
Yeah, well, Nappa never went Super Saiyan. Come on, dude.
If he did, I think he would never get his hair back. He would end up having the mustache grow longer and go up.
Yeah, like the old school fan art that we used to see back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Back when people used to, I think it was like someplace in like Brazil or maybe Mexico, of like Super Saiyan 7 Goku, and it's just long, crazy hair everywhere.
With a tail.
And crazy pants with patterns and shit. But yeah, no, that's where I mean, they're going to do whatever they want with Braun, and he's going to make the most of it. And I just want him to win that briefcase, cash it in on the same night, just so I can see him sprinting from nowhere with that briefcase, like spearing someone with it still in his hands, handing it to the ref, and being like, "Do it now."
Oh, dude, no. He as soon as he wins his match that night and gets the Money in the Bank briefcase, he goes and sits down with Cole and fucking sits right there with the boys and waits. Just fucking waits.
No. He doesn't wait. He gets the briefcase, immediately sprints to the back to find the champ to cash in on.
Yeah. And the first one he sees is Nia.
Oh, man. But Tiffany's there. They both cash in at the same time.
Yeah. Dude. Oh, my God. She just needs to fucking cash in. Just do it.
Just fucking do it. God.
We're so close to you losing it anyways. Like, just do it.
Get it over with. Oh, man.
That annoys me.
I don't know.
But I'm happy to see that Braun has kept his belt. I would like to see a long reign from Braun on this one, because he does add a lot of fucking weight to this belt.
He does. Like, going from Gunther to Sammy to Braun, fantastic. Because, Sammy can drop it and not lose any bit of momentum he has. Like, Sammy's always going to be, like, forever over unless he does something incredibly terrible. But it's Sami Zayn. He's a saint. He's a living saint. Let's be honest with us.
Yeah.
But Braun, dude, if they drop it, he's not going to lose a single step. He's just going to keep charging forward.
Oh God, yeah, dude. He's spinning up, all the time and fucking ready to roll. Like,
this blue blood.
God, for real.
Okay.
But I mean, it was a great match. But the match between Gunther and Priest was more of a palate cleanser match, in my opinion. It was not one of those, like, it was high stakes. Don't get me wrong. But it felt like more organized again compared to the triple threat match. We got to see some more old school wrestling style get put forward.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I love the mid card. The entire mid card for this PLE was great.
Yeah. I gotta say, love the psychology of Gunther throughout this match. I really love how they did the storytelling with Damian Priest's shoulder and Gunther's confidence around that, like showing him not being super confident, and then the second he sees that Damian Priest like tweaked his shoulder, you see the smile on Gunther's face. He's like, I see the path to victory now. And just so great. I do also appreciate I don't really care about the Finn Balor interference, and okay, we're still doing more shit with the Judgment Day, outside of the fact of, like, okay, they're actually maintaining continuity here. Because what did Finn Balor say? The second you've forgotten about me is when I'm going to strike. Everybody forgot about Finn Balor. He shows up, does the coup de grace. My favorite part about this, though, was Gunther being like, you son of a bitch, and just big boots him right in the face afterwards.
That made me happy because it showed that, like, Gunther's like, whoa, brother, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, get shoe fly.
Get out.
Because Finn basically fucked off and waited along the ramp. He was unwilling to get near the ring again after that boot. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Gunther was actually scared of Damian, or do you think that was a ploy to make Damian overconfident?
Ooh.
Because I'm not going to lie to you, his little switch, while it felt like, oh yeah, this is my moment, yeah, I felt like he was already trying to get Damian to slip up by,
like, playing possum, so to speak.
Yeah.
I like that for Gunther as being, like, mega heel, uber intelligent ring general. I don't like it in the aspect of them trying to tell the story of, like, Gunther has a weakness now.
Well, that's the thing, though.
It's tough.
So, part of me, again, this might just be me trying to somehow accept all of this, but I feel like Gunther is a smart enough character to know everybody knows about this weakness, so he might as well use his weakness as a weapon.
Yeah. Oh man, that's tough because like either way you cut it, it's still good, like character storytelling for Gunther.
Hold on.
What?
Oh, that's the night shift. They're agreeing with me for once. What is this?
Have they ever agreed with you? Ever?
I don't think so. No, I'm a mega heel. Never heel. What is this?
Yeah, you're more hated than Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
I'm up there.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I don't know if I'll accept that level. That's man. That's something to aspire to.
That's something we can all aspire to. That glorious mustache. Also, there was some footage backstage of a brawl between Priest and the rest of the Judgment Day after the match because Priest rightfully pissed off. So I enjoy... My favorite bit about the Finn Balor Damian Priest feud since the turn has been Damian Priest's sort of reaction to every time Finn's interfered. It's been, okay, blinders are on, sole focus, fuck up Finn, because that's what happens. You got in my way again, I'm going to murder you. I like that bit. Like, he's not just going to sweep it under the rug, wait until there's an opportunity a week from now. He's going to find him immediately and try and take care of this. It
honestly feels like it's a brother v brother thing, but with more stakes compared to the Usos, or at least given more weight than the Usos. Brother v brother. I know they're not actually brothers, but you know what I mean. I like it a lot because they're not overdoing it. It's obviously they both hate each other. They both keep coming after each other, but Finn is always actionary and Priest is always reactionary to this, and it makes it a lot of fun at the moment. It hasn't lost its freshness to me. So
you see, it's gotten a little stale for me, but I still appreciate the storytelling continuity of it just being like they're not forgetting about each other, you know?
I think it would be stale for me if every single episode of Raw and SmackDown they were constantly in the ring with each other.
Yeah.
It would have been done a long time ago. But the fact that they just kind of like let this one kind of coast along and keep reminding you here and there, I'm good with that. It's a long-term play. It's a better long-term play than a lot of other long-term plays that Triple H has done. So I'll take it.
Yeah, he really likes to draw things out for the big shows.
Yeah. This match, though, man, gotta give it to Priest. He sold that hurt arm real well.
Yeah.
He kept trying for the what is that? The
Razor's Edge.
Razor's Edge. Thank you. I'm bad with name, audience.
That's all right.
But yeah, he kept going for it and he kept failing, but it looked good in his failing. It wasn't just like I'm just gonna kind of wimp out. Like it actually looked like his arm kept giving out. So
at there was always like a different moment in it where his arm gave out. It wasn't like he got him up and just dropped him. It was like type of thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll be 100% with you. He's like his actual expressions selling it is what made it for me. Where he like there was like the moments of like a twinge of pain and he's like trying to shake it off, and that like the smaller like little bits of the details of the selling is what put it over for me.
Now, I do believe there was I don't want to say an injury in this match, but I will say I do think there was a little bit more of a bump than expected in this match. And that's what led into the Finn situation where Priest gets up on the top rope and Gunther hits the rope on the side and forces him to fall and rack his nuts.
Yeah.
When Priest ends up falling, or no, is that point? When Priest falls off the top and goes down to the ground.
Yeah,
that moment.
Yeah, that's when he was trying to get Gunther for God, I think they were trying to do like a top rope razor's edge or something like that, and he dropped Gunther, and then he fell face forward to the outside of the ring and smacked his arm on the top rope. That's what it was.
Yes, thank you. I do think I don't think it's like a long-term injury type deal, but it did look like that hurt. And even the fucking ref like got down, was like, "Are you okay?"
He's like, "Yeah,
like,
fine.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Just 1 minute, and I'll be good."
Oh man, because after his arm hit that, the way he landed, I part of me thinks the wind got knocked out of him for a moment. That's why I don't think this was like a long-term injury. I just think this was like in the moment, like, oh fuck, this hurt real bad.
That was like, oh, that hurt more than I wanted it to type of moment.
Yeah. And then you add fucking Finn dropping onto his chest.
Yeah.
I also think he put more weight down than he thought he was gonna in that moment too, because the way like Priest sold it for sure, but it felt like what little wind was left in his gut was gone.
Yeah.
So
God.
It was a great spot, man. I loved it.
That was a great setup to that finish too. Like that was one of those times where like that Finn coming out of the audience to do the get on top of the stairs to do the coup de grace to him, it felt organic the way that they got there in those positions.
It really did. Yeah. And again, going back to the boot, I loved it. I was wondering what was going to happen, but then that cameraman had that perfect angle of fucking Gunther's face, man, and he was fucking livid. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, what the fuck did you just do?" And just like blinders mode, just like Priest, goes straight at him.
I will say that I gotta give some credit to the production team, not on like some of the live shots, but on the replays, getting the correct angles so you can see things the way that they were meant to be seen. Because sometimes they just got lost throughout the night.
Yeah,
but there was a handful of moments that were framed perfectly.
I felt bad for the guy that was in the ring constantly, or in between them. That was the cameraman. There was many times where I was like, "Oh, he's gonna die." How is he alive? Like, get out of here, bro. Dude, you need to live.
I think they recruited their cameramen from the same pool that used to film Cops back in the day.
Oh my god, fucking A, dude. That dude didn't flinch. There was a few times where I was like, dude, he's gonna get hit. And it got real close, and the dude never fucking buckled, man.
No, they're made
dude
of
had
brass.
A frame made of fuck. Yeah, dude. Oh fuck.
All right, let's go main event, the men's war game match. Right off the bat, the entrances, fantastic that everybody on the original OG Bloodline team got separate entrances. Key things I loved about this was CM Punk comes out and immediately starts shit while they're locked in the cage. Immediately starts shit. And Jacob's reaction was fantastic. He looked like he was about to burst right through that wall.
Oh my god. He's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
He is just so goddamn weird. He
plays
it so well. I love it too. Yeah, this is not a gripe. This is just like a god damn is he weird.
Dude, one of the best signings they've made, easily.
Also, cutting back just the day prior real quick, he faced off against Jay.
Yeah.
For who would have the advantage in this match. Like, who would have the first person come out. And I gotta say, it was a little jarring seeing Jacob Fatu's fucking his own shit show up.
Yeah.
With the wolves, and it was a little jarring.
Don't really see it. Nope.
No. Was not expecting that. But that led into him overtaking Jay, because no one was allowed out there.
Yeah.
And so they got the advantage. And everybody's locked up after like 30 minutes of intros. And you see a stark fucking difference between the two cages. New Bloodline locked in.
Yeah.
Locked in. Old G Bloodline kind of locked in more than they were before. I think that promo on Friday really helped kind of show this more in how it was. If any of you didn't catch that promo between Roman and CM Punk and Paul Heyman, beautifully shot, really well done, really set the stakes for this match, in my opinion.
Continuing the series of WWE putting together a promo package for just two people leading into a big show and making it feel epic. Like, it wasn't on the same level of like the Roman and Cody one meeting at the 50-yard line ahead of Bad Blood, but still had the same level of quality to what they were putting together, and still made it feel like, okay, like Roman is still having to deal with his repercussions of being the biggest prick on the planet for years, even with a guy who hasn't been here for that, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This really set up how Roman is having a hard time transitioning into got a little tongue tied there. Transitioning to this new version of him. You're very correct. He's still having to deal with a lot of old issues of how he is viewed by people and in how he acts. And this was very old Roman Reigns. This was not new Roman Reigns.
Yeah, this is, and using Punk for this is a fantastic way to make him deal with that, because this is, going back to, Roman debuting with the Shield, with, Dean Ambrose, with Seth, with them being mercenaries for Punk back in the day, with, Punk being a Paul Heyman guy. Like, this is, deep history for everybody involved here. And honestly, like, I can't wait for the moment where Punk is just going to call in his favor and whatever that's going to be.
Yeah. So audience, Night Shift, basically what happens in this promo is Roman says, "I don't like you, CM Punk." And CM Punk's like, "I don't fucking care. I'm not here for you."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, who are you here for?" And he's like, "That guy." And he points to Paul Heyman. He's like, "You're wise man." And at the end of this, after Roman finally kind of comes to terms with the fact that CM Punk ain't going anywhere because he's not doing a favor for Roman, CM Punk turns the tables on who's really kind of the top guy, which I really enjoyed, because it shows how much history there is at this table just for Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Like, and there's even more that we like isn't a part of this. But freaking CM Punk's like, he'll owe me a favor. And he's like, "Who?" And he's like, "Our wise man." Our. I think, Alex, that this favor and Night Shift, theory crafted here, I think we're going to see a return of Paul Heyman standing in CM Punk's corner.
Yeah.
I think that's the favor.
I feel like this is the turn for Punk. Like, we're getting heel Punk soon. This is the beginning rumblings of it. And also, I want to say, I really loved this specific vibe I got from this video package in the aspect of, this is just me. This is the vibe I got. It was like Roman was the exasperated police chief and Punk was the rogue cop on his force. And like Roman's on the edge of asking for him to put down his badge and his gun and get out of here.
That's so true, dude.
Right?
Yes. Like, I also kind of got the vibe that we could see a CM Punk tribal chief for a short time.
Oh man, dude, Punk versus Solo 1-on-1, and he takes the Ulafala.
Especially if he has Paul Heyman in his corner as he does it.
Yeah,
because Paul Heyman knows the rules is how to get the Ulafala and be recognized correctly as the tribal chief. You would take that pretender status to 1,000,000 doing some shit like that, but it would give Roman a new insurmountable challenge.
Yeah.
And maybe allow him to go more face while allowing Punk to take more of that heel turn in time for going up against Cena in his retirement.
God. I mean, all right, so we got Cena's like final run coming up here soon.
Mm-hmm.
What if Cena takes the US title again? Like the title that he gave like the most weight to during his career.
Yeah.
And it becomes like Punk versus Cena for the US title at like a big show with Paul Heyman in Punk's corner again.
I would enjoy that.
Yeah, because I mean, like, who else is gonna get like the biggest like heel Punk than John Cena?
No, you're right, and that's why I feel like if we're gonna get a heel CM Punk, it's gonna be again. It's all in service to have him face off against John Cena for John Cena's retirement. There's no other way.
Yeah.
I think that'd be perfect. Honestly, I mean, you could do it with the IC belt too.
Yeah, you could.
But I've always felt like the US belt should be above the Intercontinental belt.
It just depends on who's holding it.
Yeah, and I think Cena gave me that a reason. So it's really just me agreeing with you more, Alex.
But yeah,
all it is.
At the end of the day, we'll see what happens. But God,
oh yeah, the match. Great. Oh my God,
yeah,
we forgot about the match.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the match because we were in the middle of the entrances and we got the fantastic Jey Uso main event. Jey Uso coming out from the crowd, just hyping them up. People yeeting everywhere.
Oh, dude.
And I loved what Tama Tonga was doing in the cage, just climbing around like a fucking spider monkey, the unhinged madman that he is. I will say, I love what they're doing, each individual member of the new bloodline and finding their thing and getting over with the crowd. Because, like, initially, like, people didn't really know what to make of each of them individually as wrestlers, and they're all finding their spots. Like, Jacob Fatu being fucking phenomenal in everything he does, and the I love you solo aspect of his character just going gangbusters.
Oh, my God.
Solo finding his voice as a shit talker, just next level. And Tama Tonga just being a fucking wild man. And Tonga Loa being there.
Well, okay, so he gives me the impression that he's more calm and collected than anybody else in the new bloodline.
Yeah.
He's just there for the ride for now and just hoping everything works out.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the smartest one of them all.
Right now, yeah.
I just thought of something. I'm sorry, audience, that I'm now diverting away for just a quick moment from the match again. Jacob Fatu says that he loves Solo so much. Sometimes love is toxic, Alex. And sometimes love can kill. Sorry, unalive.
Unalive, yeah.
Yeah,
we're not on TikTok,
it's
we're
not,
fine.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. I can say some of these things sometimes.
Yeah.
What if out of love, Jacob Fatu goes, I need to unalive you, Solo, so that you are perfect in my memories forever. And he goes, I love you, and then he ends. Because I could see that happening. And then Jacob Fatu goes out on his own like solo run.
Wait. So, okay, in my head, essentially recasting the Shawn Michaels Ric Flair spot where he says, I'm sorry, I love you, and then sweet chin music, the head off of Ric Flair. What if Solo does the same thing, but he does the prayer like, I love you, Solo, and then just takes his fucking head off?
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. That'd be so good. Because then you could have like a great time for Solo to take a break. And because he's been on a fucking hot streak.
Yeah.
Like these past like 2 months. And you can let Jacob go out and do his own thing. The new bloodline gets like self-destructs on OG bloodline.
Dude, that'd be great. Also, I think it was at a house show like a week ago. There's a great clip making the runs right now of Solo taking a power bomb through a table from Cody, and like he's at the they're at the top, and Solo's like doing like all of this like puts the ones up and just bam, so much.
Dude.
Solo, you have improved so much over this past year, and I'm so happy for it. It's great.
When he busted out the ones up, dude, I started fucking busting out laughing.
Oh, busting out laughing. Check it out. Track it down like immediately. Right now. It's so good.
The look on his face right before the bomb goes into effect, man. He's like that. Oh shit, I'm done.
Yeah.
And he sold it great too. It's a great spot. It's a great. It's from the audience. The shot. So, but it's beautiful. It's a great moment. Yeah. He's really on the up and up right now.
I love it. All right, let's get back to the actual like match itself. Yeah. Okay, so we got Tama Tonga and Jay starting us off. Tama Tonga doing a little bit of back and forth with Jay. Actually, decent start to this. And immediately we get a surprise entrance for number 2 being Jacob Fatu, and Solo, obviously calling the shot, knowing what he's doing. And just immediately Jacob Fatu fucking takes over. Fantastic bit of business. I love the detail of the like entrance and the way that they were set up for like who goes next as far as like, an actual like engineering this match. Because who goes in to save Jay? But Big Jimmy coming in, and we get like classic Usos. Just, I think they even said on commentary, like it's automatic for them. Like they just are in sync from the get go. Like haven't lost a step. Super great stuff there. And God,
they were on fire.
They were on fire. And then like we get the rest of the new bloodline coming in. You get Bronson Reed being a goddamn monster, looking fantastic. Just the dude's ceiling is like nowhere in sight yet. What?
I love his intro because he walks up to the door. You're like, all right, he's about to go in. No, I'm going to start throwing chairs in.
Yeah.
And he just keeps throwing them in. And then he starts to walk in. And then all of a sudden you don't see who throws it, but you see a chair come out of nowhere. And instead of it being flat on his face, it was at an angle. Like he got hit with the corner, man, right in the fucking chin. And the cameraman pans over, the man who's standing in the middle, the most dangerous position, pans over, and it's fucking Jay just fucking whipping chairs at him.
Dude, I love the smackdown of one being yeeted at his face. And Jay's going, oh shit. Like the audible oh shit from Jay was great.
Oh god damn it. And it sold Bronson as a fucking powerhouse because even though that chair hit him on the chin like probably the wrong way, it stumbled him for a second, but he didn't go down. He just looked more mad, like way more mad.
He got
it was anger. Awesome. Dude.
Yeah. Oh, and then God, Roman stopping CM Punk from going and sending in Sami Zayn. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think that's a Roman kind of losing the mind battle with Solo in that moment, because I feel like he only did that for 2 reasons. One, because he saw Solo do it just a little bit ago. And was like, I could do that too. And 2, because he wanted to annoy CM Punk. Because CM Punk was just frothing at the mouth the entire time. Every fucking time they showed the fucking cage, man, he's just fucking glaring at the fucking ringside watching it, or he's turning to look at Roman like, the fuck you looking at?
Oh, you know what?
He kept fucking doing it.
I desperately want. I will pay money to see this, but I want to see uncut just the camera angle of just CM Punk and Roman in the cage by themselves while the match is going on, uncut, just the whole thing. I just want to see those two like by themselves in there just seething.
Roman like refused to look at him as much as possible, except for the times where he blocked him essentially. Whereas Punk can't hide his fucking anger and is like up like face on the fucking bars, but keeps fucking turning to mean mug him and look back. He's got crazy eyes, like worse and worse every time he does it. Like he's like boom, 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 boom. And it's, dude, they were about to pop out his fucking head. He was so goddamn
great.
mad.
So
it was awesome.
Speaking of awesome, let's talk like CM Punk actually like, okay, doors open, just shoulder checks Roman on the way out, goes to enter the ring, sees the 4 new Bloodline members in there, says, we ain't doing this, goes under the ring, grabs a fucking toolbox, and just goes to work.
It's that same toolbox, I think, that cut open Drew McIntyre. So
no, because that toolbox got destroyed.
It's in honor of that same toolbox that cut open Drew McIntyre.
From the same family, but yeah. Bit where he did the bulldog onto the toolbox too. That was great.
Yeah. It really upped the stakes immediately in this match because the chairs was great, but as soon as I saw him grab that, I was like, ooh, somebody's bleeding tonight.
Oh man, no.
We got a little bit of blood too. I think out of Bronson.
A little bit, yeah. Maybe.
He's an easy bleeder though.
Mm-hmm. We've seen it just from the steel steps.
God damn, seriously. But this match, like, as soon as Punk entered in, man, the heat went up to like fucking 40. Yeah. Like, it was crazy. Everybody was gunning to take out CM Punk as quick as possible, and they could not.
Yeah.
The man just took fucking blows. Took them. The best part was since he basically cucked Roman. Mm-hmm. When they started cutting back to Roman, like he looked like an almost defeated animal by that point, because we're starting to watch OG Bloodline get their asses kicked by this point. Even with CM Punk in there, it's starting to look like it's not enough.
Yeah.
And you look at Solo before he enters in, and he's just like, oh yeah,
this is going exactly the way I wanted it to. And then Solo gets brought in, and okay, number one, he starts taking everybody out with like calling the shots, telling the new Bloodline, okay, do this, do that, do this, and then reveals he brought his own lock and chain into the War Games cage and proceeds to lock Roman out before he can even, like, it was before even the 20 seconds, I think. So Roman has to sit there in his cage and be like, what the fuck do I do now? Oh.
Solo, man, I gotta give it to him. He's been on fire as this character, as this version of himself. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's really fallen into lockstep with this, because I feel like that's exactly what he would do.
Yeah.
Because he just wants to mind fuck Roman straight in the brain, like, for everybody to see it. And he does it. Yeah. But that the countdown hits 0, and that fucking door opens, and Roman wastes no time to get up to the cage, and he starts shaking the fucking door and shit, and like ripping at the lock, and he's like looking at the ref like, I fucking unlock this, what the fuck? And the ref's like, calm down, I don't have a key. Yeah. I'm really tiny, please don't touch me.
I'm made of glass.
I'm made of glass. I can only count to 3.
No, they can count to 9.5 for when there's a count out.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. You're right. But he wouldn't remember that, and that piss himself, because it do look like he was a piss himself. And Roman's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to climb up.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. And he shakes it a little bit, make sure he's like, yeah, that can hold me. All right. Starts making his way up. Tamalonga and Tamaloa like come over, and they're like, what's up, dude? They get their asses beat and fall off.
Yep.
And fucking Big Bronson Reed starts climbing up, and by this time Roman's already like all the way over and starting to climb down. And I was really glad that he kicked him in the face, because I was afraid that Roman was gonna like lose a limb if Bronson actually got a hold of him in that moment, because he looked so goddamn mad.
Dude,
just so fucking mad.
One of the things I got to highlight about Bronson Reed's performance on the night, he got up to the top rope for a tsunami, and he just did a little bounce on the top rope, and it tickled me. Like, it popped me so hard when he did that. That was awesome.
It would be hard to deny that he piece of this match.
Yeah.
He just put it all out there, dude. If you were like walking into this expecting not to see someone just full spread for you, like, sorry, because that's what Big Bronson Reed did. He full spread for you.
He
got to see everything.
up for it too.
He did. He showed you, how to bend over and touch your toes, and then showed you how to see for everyone where the wild goose goes. That man kept flopping down under the ground hard with each cell, and it was amazing. He made both rings shake.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Dude, I love the inclusion of Bronson Reed in this. Because, I mean, we talked about it before when they first introduced him into, like, being brought into the new bloodline with Solo. And it makes sense. It works. It's something that you didn't see until they brought it for you to, like, put it in front of your face. And you're like, that makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was almost like, why wasn't he a part of this sooner?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Because, yeah, he is the enforcer in many ways now. Mm-hmm. He's just like the destruction crew. Like, you need me to go knock out this building for you so you can build something fresh? I got you, brother.
Yeah.
Let me just run through there a couple times.
Yeah, like, Bronson Reed is, like, your front man, and Jacob Fatu is your secret weapon type of thing.
Yeah.
For Bloodline. New Bloodline.
Yeah, honestly, I would say that Jacob Fatu is your scalpel. Ooh, and Bronson is your hammer.
Yeah.
Because Jacob Fatu's skills, while yes, as an enforcer are great, if you put him in a one-on-one, the dude just demolishes. He demolishes.
Yeah.
There's no going up against him. That's why I want to see him strapped up. I want to see him face off against fucking Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great matchup.
Dude. There's one man who can take him on. And he is going on his final run. And it's Super Cena. Because 5 moves of doom. Ain't no countering that.
Wait a second. Didn't Solo defeat Cena?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Are we going to see like a Super Solo versus Super Cena?
Oh, the super off of the century.
Live, day 2 of SummerSlam 2025. I don't know. I just made that up.
Yeah. Braun Breaker comes in and hits both of them with a super spear.
God, after running from like Seattle to wherever SummerSlam is at.
Yeah.
In 2.6 seconds.
Because he hit supersonic speeds.
God.
Okay.
But this match was awesome because we really got to see everyone's best out of this match, in my opinion. Literally everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone had a moment to shine. The Uso brothers got to shine in the beginning, and they even got to shine during the highlight of a lot of stuff, when the OG Bloodline started to make a comeback.
Yeah.
I think Big Bronson Reed was the biggest MVP of all of this match. His tsunami off of the top of the cage was terrifying on many reasons, many levels. I honestly, I think Roman would have died if he took that. Like, actually took that. Because the way that fucking
save from Punk on Roman in that moment.
Just a fucking nut hair later. A nut hair later. And Roman's leg would have been caught in that fucking explosion.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking table didn't deserve what happened to it, Alex.
It was innocence in this moment. Like, it committed no crimes. And it was destroyed.
I was afraid for the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he might have... I thought he was going to go through the fucking ring. Like, for real. Like, this was insane. This is why I think he's MVP, though, of this match. Everything he did from beginning to end was 120%. The dude just kept cooking.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that OG Bloodline ended up being able to capitalize upon this and start to overcome everyone to the point where nothing New Bloodline could do.
Mm-hmm.
And they were able to then finish off the new bloodline in this match.
I mean, particularly, I also got to give credit to Jimmy doing the Uso splash from the top of the cage through the table.
Dude.
Also, Roman saving CM Punk from the Samoan spike with a Superman punch. Fantastic.
That was like perfectly timed too. That was another one of those moments this night where it was perfectly timed.
Yeah.
It connected just at that right spot, right before the spike was going to hit. It was good. It was real good.
Dude, top of their game, like everybody involved here. The finish with Solo taking super kicks, haluva kick, GTS, spear, put to bed. Like, they just murdered him for the finish.
Oh my god. It was like mwah, just a mwah moment. You know what I mean? Like, it was icing on top. We already had our cake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were getting the extra icing in the bowl that didn't make it onto the cake at that moment.
Yeah. And then the sprinkles being on top is the closing shot with the OG bloodline putting their ones up, and CM Punk I'm just going to sneak in up front here and just, we'll go to sleep. We'll go to sleep. Yeah.
It was so cute. He was like, excuse me. Oh, hold on. Just one second. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm just going to take a little nap right here.
Yeah.
It was adorable.
Yeah.
So I heard a rumor mill that Jay or Jimmy broke character or something that people were complaining about. I don't know what that means. Other than, like, I don't know, like, fucking being too happy. Like, what's wrong with all of you being mad at him? Not you, Night Shift, but the people on the Twitters, the Fashy Bird app.
No, yeah, then screw them. We don't use them anymore.
Yeah.
We don't talk to them. They can't sit here.
I fucking love this. Now, again, this could have been an opener for me, and I still would have been super happy.
Yeah.
This match was great. It's not. I wouldn't say 5 out of 5 star wise. I'd say 4.9.
Yeah. Like, this is pretty damn close to exactly how you want to book a War Games match, with the ramp up, with the drama, the tension, with everybody like working together for different aspects of it to all make sense, and kind of feeding into that controlled chaos. But the reason why I put this over for the main event as opposed to the women's is just because storyline wise it makes more sense.
I agree with that. Yeah. I just had because both of them are a 4.9 for me, even despite some of the slip ups and stuff that happened in the women's as well. Because there was a couple slip ups that happened in the men's match too. But I would say the slip ups are a little bit more noticeable in the women's.
Yeah.
Because they were more on Naya's end than anything else. And
it was when she was like, by herself for the most part in there.
Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
But gotta say, this was one of the best PLEs they've done post WrestleMania.
As far as like actual like match composition goes, 100%. 100%. Like the matches like in the ring. I'll say that like story wise, I enjoyed the aspect a little bit more of Roman and Cody teaming together.
I did. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I think I liked that like storyline wise a bit more than the Punk and Roman. But I think that's just gonna this is the beginning stages of Roman and Punk. I hope, and Paul. Like I hope there's more to this.
Oh, I think there definitely is.
There better be. There goddamn better be. Don't tease us.
Whether or not fucking Roman wants that, it's gonna happen because it's fucking CM Punk. Let's be real. The amount of times he mean mugged Roman while locked in a tiny ass cage with him, like shit's about to go down.
I can't wait. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great. Like I wouldn't doubt that we might even see something as soon as like I don't know, like some sort of Saturday night where it could be a main event or something.
Oh no, that's going to Cody and Kevin Owens.
Oh, Alex,
that's gonna be their show. 100%.
That does sound like a main event I would love to watch.
Yeah, that's coming up soon.
Is it?
Yeah. Look, before we get done with Survivor Series, I'm going to throw out my wrestler of the week, and that's Io Sky.
Yep.
That performance in War Games, like, easy. Dude, she's so much fun in a War Games match. I love what she does. Io Sky's the best.
She was also my number 1 MVP as well.
Yeah.
My number 2, same reasoning as well. Big Bronson Reed.
Oh, 100%.
Those two went out there and had the most fucking fun. You could tell. They did the most crazy shit for their matches. And the entire time that they were on camera, they were doing something. Yeah. They weren't just lying around. They weren't just waiting. Every time they were on camera, they something was happening. So they were
maximizing their minutes, as I would say JR, our old friend, would put it. You make the most out of every second you have, and they did that.
Both of them gave me, honestly, Io gave me 5 out of 5 oh my gods.
Mm-hmm.
And Big Bronson Reed gave me 4.9 out of 5 oh my god.
Yeah.
So
I hope he's okay. Read a report earlier this morning that he's dealing with an injury, and Jimmy apparently broke a toe when he did that Uso splash. So I hope both of them are quick recovery and they're healthy and happy and not too hurt.
I mean, Big Bronson Reed showed what it's like to explode a table with a human being. Mm-hmm. We've seen tables break, night off or night shift, many times. This table exploded.
Yeah,
it exploded. It ceased to be a table and became shrapnel.
Yes.
So yeah, it was a beautiful match. If you didn't see Survivor Series, highly recommend it. You can check it out on Peacock.
For now.
The replay's up now. For now.
Yeah, it took them a couple hours to get it up there.
But they did it. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm going to stand by this. This is one of the best non-WrestleMania related PLEs that I've seen this year from them. So,
I mean, there was a little bit of like a press conference afterwards, which was kind of whatever. I want them to decide whether or not they're going to keep it in kayfabe or not.
Ooh, me outside of kayfabe, happy birthday Naomi and happy birthday Christina, because they share the same birthday.
That's amazing.
They are born on the same day and the same year.
Happy birthday to both of them.
To both of them. And the women's press conference was the best, in my opinion. It was the most cute. It was the most fun. They were all having a good time. They gave zero shits about kayfabe, I will admit, which is fine by me. And the other cutest moment was Jay and CM Punk griping about not getting sweets, and then when they were given macaroons, decided to bitch more. And they bitched in unison about it. So,
dude, it was a fantastic moment. It was perfectly comedic because they gave him a giant box and there was 2 in there.
There was 2, and Punk ends up taking a bite of one, and he looks at Jay. He's like, "No," and they're like, "Okay, we're leaving."
Dude,
goodbye, everybody.
I love the broship with Punk and Jay, particularly when they go to hockey games with Jackie Redmond. It's fun. It's just
dude.
Great.
Oh my god! Okay. My favorite thing about it is we get to see Jay basically fangirl for CM Punk, and CM Punk just accepts it like a cat would, where he's like happy but like doesn't want you to touch him still. So, it's a great buddy cop, basically.
Yeah. That's exactly it. You got CM Punk being like the old vet and Jay being like the rookie upstart, even though Jay's been around for fucking decades at this point.
I know, but he makes it feel like he's a new wrestler all the time.
He does.
And
He's got like this puppy dog energy. It's just infectious.
And that's why I want him strapped up all the time, man. I'm just happy when I see green. So it's good. Good vibes.
Dude. One more thing before we call it quits today. Continental Classic has kicked off in AEW, starting this previous Wednesday just before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Eve, Blackout Wednesday, as most of us know it.
Yes.
Okay. Participants. Blue League, we got Shelton Benjamin, Kyle Fletcher, Daniel Garcia, Okada, Mark Briscoe, and the Beast Mortos. Gold League, we got Claudio Castagnoli, Brody King, Will Ospreay, Darby Allin, Juice Robinson, and Ricochet. Who's your favorite for each league, we'll say? Because it's hard to pick like one overall, I would say.
You know what? I've kind of been in like a lucha, almost like high flyer kind of vibe for a bit, especially with AEW.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to say Mortos for blue.
Okay.
Because I really fucking love watching him wrestle right now.
Dude.
Every match I've seen him in, I have a great time. I think he's refreshing in AEW.
That spinning dive through the ropes, beautiful.
Dude, seriously. He makes things look suicidal, and they're probably sometimes some of the safest things he could.
Yeah.
Gold is a little bit harder. I think I'm going to say Ricochet, though. Like, I know he's gotten some gripe with some tweets and shit like that.
That's just because he's like, people are like, okay, that's just lame, dude. Like, you could,
yeah,
you know, it's like,
and there's no argument for me on that, any of that stuff. But I love watching him wrestle.
Yeah,
I just do. So, and again, it itches that itch for me of the high flyer type. So,
me personally, I'm gonna say Blue League, Okada. He's a tournament wrestler. Like, that is the dude's bread and butter. Like, that is what he is known for. Gold League, I want to give it to Claudio.
Okay.
Claudio's a fucking workhorse, man. I mean, everybody in there is fantastic, in my opinion. Everybody in the league is fantastic. But Claudio...
It was close for me.
Yeah. Claudio's a personal favorite of mine, particularly with his new entrance vest that he has with the seals from Warhammer.
Yeah.
The purity seals.
Yeah.
Claudio, you're a fucking nerd, dude. I love you.
That's one of the reasons why, like, I absolutely love AEW is like all of these fucking wrestlers are nerds and the fans are nerds and everybody just nerds out the entire fucking time.
Yep.
Naming moves after fucking villains and shit in our favorite fucking JRPGs or fucking we're getting to like fucking cold fucking hard cut, deep cut fucking signs from the audience where you got to really fucking think about it as to what game they're actually talking about. Love it. Love it.
Bunch of fucking nerds. We love you.
Everybody, we love you. All you night shifters, all you future night shifters from AEW and shit.
Dude.
And every single wrestler that will inevitably watch us, Alec.
Every single one of them?
Every single one, even the ones that hate us. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah, you.
You? Which one?
You. Not him, Alex. No.
Oh.
Him.
Him? Which one is that?
Him. You know which one.
Oh, man. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us this week for the Night Off podcast. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the engagement. We appreciate it. We got some stuff coming up this week in little bits and pieces. We're going to have some a special wrestling 1v1 me this week. Isn't that right, Derek?
Oh, my goodness, Alex. You're telling them?
Dude,
That's
I'm
fine.
teasing.
Yes, we are.
That's what we do. You give people something to look forward to so they know to tune in.
Alex, I haven't had, like, quite the fill I've needed of wrestling games. So I feel like it is time. It's time. It's time.
It's time for what?
It's time for some 1v1 wrestling. But yes, no, you are correct, though. We are going to have more of a wrestling theme 1v1 this week. You know, we love wrestling here at Night Off, so it makes sense.
Yeah, we don't care what anybody thinks about wrestling. We love it.
Yeah, but guess which game it is. See if you can guess.
Yeah. This goes up on Monday, so you got about 2 days to guess.
Yep. And the one who wins, Alex, guess what they win?
What's that?
They win the dignity of knowing they won.
So what you're saying is my reign of terror will continue.
I don't know about that.
Dude, I'm undefeated for how many weeks now?
4, I think.
Yeah.
I think 4. I think you've tied Walsh for most wins.
I think so.
Because I think you both had 4.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do my best to take it over the top this week. People's champ, forever.
People's underdog heel forever. Love you, boys.
That's gonna do it for us this week. Good night, everybody.
Buenas noches, Night Shift.